Okay, so to start, we have the path that the food takes through the pig's body, starting with the tongue, which assists with swallowing and creates the movement of the food, sending it down the throat, where it will go past the pharynx, and the epiglottis will prevent it from going into the windpipe, where the esophagus then brings it all the way down to back here, the stomach, which is this sac here. The stomach holds the food and mixes it with acid to begin the digestion process. From the stomach, it gets sent to the duodenum, which is here, which is the first part of the small intestine, before being sent through all of the small intestine, which will continue to digest it and move it through the body, and then it will get to the large intestine, where it will absorb all the water and nutrients out of it. And then going to the rectum down here, which will collect and hold the waste, waiting for its signal to leave through the anus. And that is the path that it would take, because that's when it leaves. Apart from that, we also have the liver here, which breaks down and balances nutrients for the body, and then the gallbladder, which is this sac here, that will store and concentrate bile from the liver, and then the pancreas, which is back here, though we didn't find its exact whereabouts, which produces enzymes that help digest food. Okay, and for the respiratory system, we have the lungs on this side of the heart and on this side of the heart, which obviously is where air is stored and held in the body. We have the diaphragm, which is this muscle here, which is what contracts and makes the lungs breathe. We have the bronchi, which is what connects to the lungs. It is hidden back here, and we can see a tiny bit of it here. And then we go up, we have the trachea, which will carry the air into the bronchi tree, which will bring it to the lungs. And we have the larynx up here, which protects the lower respiratory tract and protects the airway from obstruction. So for the circulatory system, obviously we have the heart, which is this large thing here, obviously located in the thoracic cavity, and is what pumps blood through the entire body. Apart from that, up here we have the aorta, which will connect it through the rest of the body, and we have the superior vena cava, which is located back here, and the inferior vena cava, which is located just underneath the heart. There we have, for us, the right subclavian artery and vein, which is this red here. If I stretch it, you can see it really easily, which is what would carry blood to the right leg and allow you to move it with that. Other than that, we have renal arteries, which connect behind the liver and to the liver, which is this mess here. And then we have the iliac artery here, which would go to the leg and carry blood to the leg. Okay, so for the urinary system, we start with the kidneys back here, which is covered in a lot of this blue gunk. But it goes from it would go from the kidneys, which remove waste products from the blood and produce the urine, down to here, which is the ureter, which would transport urine from the renal pelvis to the bladder, which should be in this area, and then which holds the urine until it needs to be released, and then the urethra that should be here, but we did cut it out while butchering this pig's groin, but it would allow the urine to pass outside of the body. We did butcher it quite heavily though, so we don't have the exact positions of most of those things. And then for the reproductive system, since this is a male, though we did butcher it obviously, we have the testes in this area here, or one of them, testes, which produces sperm and the secretion of testosterone. We have the scrotum, which is this area here, which obviously protects the testes. We have the epididymis, which is this layer surrounding it, where the sperm mature and are stored. And then we have the vas deferens, which is in this area here actually, which transports mature sperm to the urethra in preparation for ejaculation.